Hey there, Stampers. Today I'm going to show you this adorable little project. It's done using one of our new dies, the Fry Box die, and I'm telling you this I think is my favorite new die in the catalog. It is so stinking cute and it's just adorable. There's no other words. So let me show you how to start. You're going to want to start by cutting out a Fry Box shape out of the new die. So you can see that the die here cuts and scores. You can see the score lines along there. Okay, so you're going to need one of these. And this I just used a half sheet of cardstock and cut it out. And then you're going to use your die again to cut out this piece here. So I just used half of a piece of DSP from the Moonlight stack and cut it out, and then I just trimmed it to fit. So you can see that's what we're going to use to line our box right here. Okay, so let's take this away. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is attach this piece onto here. So you just want to use some snail and just get it good and sticky and stick it on. And it's pretty simple. You just line it up inside the score lines. And it should fit pretty much perfectly. There should be no issues because you've used your die to cut it out, right? Okay, the next thing you want to do is you're going to fold on all of your score lines and give them all a good crease. And you'll see just how easy and quick this little project comes together. Now you'll notice on my sample that I stamped it on the front. So it just goes across the front. So that was stamped using the Tape It stamp set. So to do that, I tucked all my flaps in like that, and I just stamped it across the front there. I'm not going to do that for our purposes today. I'm just going to show you how to put it together. The tricky one is the curved line, score lines at the bottom, but they're, again, not too tricky. So just make sure they're nice and good and creased. That will ensure that you have a well-shaped box that stays together. Okay. So you can see how it's going to come together like this. Now the thing you want to remember when you're putting the Fry Box together is that the sides, they don't go all the way together like that, because then you have kind of a funny looking misshapen Fry Box. So you just want to sort of just gently overlap them just a touch, like so. Let's put some glue on and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I like to use Tombow when I am gluing boxes together. I find that it has a little bit of time before it dries where I can sort of slide my box a little bit if I need to. And of course my Tombow doesn't want to come out here. There we go. Okay, a little bit there. And then I like to just put a little bit on this side too. Just a touch. Alright, and then let's fold this over. So now remember I said they just overlap just a touch. Like so. Okay, just like that. And if you just hold it for a second, it will stay. And if you don't have it quite right, you've got that little bit of time where you can kind of slide it into place if you need to. Okay, so let's do the other side too. So just a little bit of Tombow along here. And a little bit along here. And then you just sort of just gently fold them over each other like so. Okay, give it a little press. I like to lay it down on its side and use my fingers to kind of press it shut. And there you have it. Is that not the cutest little box you have ever seen? It is absolutely adorable. I've got so many ideas for this box. You're going to be seeing it a lot in the future on videos. Okay, so let's just talk about how I finished up this box for my clubs. Like I said, before we stuck it together, we did some stamping, and we used the Lost Lagoon ink and the Tape It stamp set and just stamped a piece over top of there. And then we just used some punches and different colors of ink, and I just chose colors right out of the DSP. So I did some basic gray, and this is the Label Love stamp set, I believe. And then I did some Hello Honey. And this is the Around Array stamp set, and it's punched out with the little scallop punch and just stuck on top of each other. This little piece is on the box with dimensional, so you can see there it has some dimension to it. It kind of pops off the box. And then inside the box, quite possibly one of the best parts of the project, I found banana cream pie jelly beans at my local Bulk Barn store. Yeah, banana cream pie, I know. They're so yummy. We're not even going to talk about how many of those got eaten in the making of this project. So I just used one of our cello bags. I just put a little bit in, and I kind of had to sort of squeeze the corners together so it had that sort of curved shape, the same as the bottom of the box. Okay, and then I tied it with a piece of Lost Lagoon ribbon. My bag was too tall, so I just trimmed the top off, and it just fits perfectly inside. So there you go. Super cute project, made super easy with your Big Shot and the new Fry Box die. Happy stampin'!